The English language varies on regional, national, and global level. This level of difference are the basis for the term dialects and variety. Although dialects and variety are terms are sometimes used interchangeably. Dialects an English variant that is characteristic of a particular area, community, or group on the regional level, while variety is a variance of English, whether it considered standard or general. English of country. Dialects can signal the speaker's regional or social background, and variety may reveal the speaker's nationality. The second is phonetics and phonological difference. When there are phonetics difference between two accents, the same set of phonemes are found in both accents, but some or all of the phonemes are realized differently. There may also be difference in stress or intonation, but they do not alter its meaning. With regards to phonological difference, the most obvious type of difference is where an accent has a different number of phonemes from another. For instance, in American English, the word garage resides stressed on the second syllable, while stress falls on the first syllable of garage. In British English, regardless of the stress distributions, the word garage has the same meaning in both varieties.
Hi everyone, today I'm talking about the wrist divider pronunciation action. Wrist divider pronunciation, hereafter referred to as RB, is an easily recognizable wrist action. Popular labels for this dialect include Screen English, Oxford English, and BBC English. RB speakers speak standard English. RB is an action, not a dialect. In other words, they avoid using non-standard grammatical conjunction and localized vocabularies that are common in regional dialect. RB is also non-regionally specific and does not contain any information about speakers' geographic background. However, it reveals a lot about the speaker's social and education background. Nowadays, RB action is often taught to students who are learning English, especially for your learning English as a second or foreign language. This also the action used in most other British textbooks. People who learn English with an RB action are likely to have some problem. It is an action that just 3 to 5% of England population speak native. The risk divider pronunciation vowel system. There are 25 vowels and 12 monotones, 8 diphthongs, and 5 triphthongs in the RB vowel system. Also, there are no graphical differences in RB. There are variations in other kinds. Conservative and advanced are the terms which are commonly used to describe different kinds of RB. while older speakers tend to use conservative pronunciation, younger speakers tend to use advanced pronunciation.
Hello everyone, the content vowel in the IP asset. Typical difference between the IT vowel system and many near IP sound of English accept as the following. The E of B rather than the E of Bill occurs in the final syllable of very many in the near IP asset. The fronting of O towards O is more widespread than EIP. Thus, a allophone of O before. Unlike a when IP, the variation of allophone with respect of L also occurs with the diphthong O. Thirdly, the vowel E in understated syllable in AP often correspond to R in near AP asset. The ocular distribution of E and A vary considerably among the different near IP assets. They had a contrast between R and R as demonstrated by the following pair. However, there are two groups of words where AP has A does not asset have R. These are A word in which AP has R, where orthographic is following by the vowels fragments or lost, past, rest. B. Word in which AP has R, where orthographic is followed by the nasal cluster. And T, and S, and F, and D, and MP. Example: plant, dance, balance, demon. Sample. Finally, some speakers from the mainland and north of Ireland may have local accent which lacks the vowel or but push and hungry. Insert accent words such as Visa has the vowel O instead, with the consequence that but and put are perfect rhyme. But snake contain IP consonant. Firstly, one feature of the IP accent which is shared with many other English accents and those of other English varieties, but is not found in North American English, Scottish English, and Irish English, concerns the positional allophone of the consonant L. Secondly, most English accent has not an original W context as in which ways. Thirdly, the consonant T may be released as a glottal stop, except at the beginning of a state syllable. The use of the glottal stop is now technically as a glottal thing. Example: those between. In AP, except the glottal stop can appear only the following two environments: A. As a realization of syllable final T before the following consonant. B. Occurs before TR and in contain consonant cluster. Finally, A. Some English accents are ihotic or ifull, and others are not ihotic or irest. Ihotic accents are those which actually pronounce I, corresponding to orthographic I, in word like far in form. The consonant I in this position would finally before a vowel or before a consonant is known as non-prevocalized I. B. Speaker of many non-rhotic accents, while not pronouncing orthographic I was finally before a vowel or before a consonant, do pronounce its way, say it following words which begin with a vowel. C. Many accents of English in which an I It's inserted before a flowing vowel, even though they is not string spelling. This is known as intricate rhyme.
Part 3. We find out about the differences between British English and American English pronunciation. In general, there are three main distinctions between American and British English. First of all, pronunciation. There are differences in vowel, consonants, stress, and intonation. Second, vocabulary. There are differences in the use or uses of noun and verbs, especially phrasal verb and the name of specific tool or items. Last, spelling. There are differences in some prefix and suffix forms. About consonant sounds. Silent R. British speaker only pronunciation of British R if the R flower follow a vowel sound. For example, about British English. Car. American English. Car. Park. Park. Horse. Horse. About sound t. When the sound comes after a stressed vowel and before a weak vowel. In American English, this sound is often made with a voice flap, similar to verified d. For example, British English, water. American English, water. Letter, letter. University, university. Sound y, dropping. British speakers say duty. American speakers say duty. Reduce, reduce. Next, vowel sound. First of all, R and R. British English, hot. American English, hot. Lost, lost. Sharp, sharp. Second, sound A and A. For example, British English, carry. American English, carry. Hurry, Harry. Third, sound to British English, heard. American English, heard. First, first. Next, sound R and R. For example, British English, caught. American English, caught. Court, court. Finally, sound R to R. British English, car. American English, car. Start, start.
Hi guys, my name is Group3Chapter8. I will continue the vowel sounds part. Air to air. The long vowel air in the hair is always spelled with an R, so it's pronounced air in American English. Hair. Next is ear to ear. British English ear in words like steer, is pronounced ear in American, so steer. Finally, O to O in British English. When pronouncing words like go, the diphthong O starts in the middle of the mouth. In American English, on the other hand, it begins the back. O. Example, go. The next part is vowel length. There is a greater difference in British English between the length of vowel sounds, with some being pronounced significantly longer than their American counterparts. Some of this is because the R sound is added to many American vowel sounds. Most phonemic charts reflect this by showing 5 to 6 English vowel sounds with 2 triangular dots, whereas most charts don't offer this for American English. Stress and intonation. Firstly, word stress. Some words, particularly those of French origin, are emphasized differently in American English. With the last syllable straight in American English, the first syllable straight in British English. American English reserves the final syllable straight, while the British English keeps the first syllable straight. The next is intonation. The most noticeable distinction is the British tendency to use high falling intonation, emphasizing the primary straight and then lowering, whereas rising tones are more common in American English. Third, you go up from the major straight. Unspeak is the term used to describe the use of increasing intonation in remarks. Another noticeable difference in intonation between British English and American English is that American speakers speak more slowly and monotonously than British speakers, and the British are much more expressive and they often lengthen the vowels.